Hey, what's up, lightboltjoe here. Today we are going to discuss the 2015 novel Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda. This is written by Becky Albertelli. This came out in 2015. The paperback version came out in 2016. The film Love, Simon, where my shirt is from, came out in 2018, March 2018. Worldwide phenomenon, 90-something% on Rotten Tomatoes. First major studio, 20th Century Fox, before Disney owned it, that had the lead protagonist of a rom-com, if you will, of a teen romance story, be male and gay. Big. So I watched this in theaters 7 times, something like that, right? This is an incredible movie. Greg Berlanti is the director. Nick Robinson plays the character of Simon Spear. Becky Albertelli, did she do part of the screenplay? I think it was just based off of her book. But she was on set a couple of times, so she, took pictures of the cast and stuff like that. There's Love, Victor, which is a Hulu original show, Hulu Disney original show, which came out 2020. Season 1, Season 2 is 21, Season 3 is 22, third and final season. I have my issues with Love, Victor, but it's the same Simon verse. It's the same high school, Creekwood, right? So there's a lot of differences between the book and the film. I specifically never wanted to read the book because I loved the film so much. My friend Ben at the time, he read the book after watching the film, like immediately. And he said, it's really good. It's different, but it's still good. And I was like, I don't know, man, I'm worried because I love the movie so much. The way that the story is portrayed, the character development, the fast, it's a long movie. It's an hour and 50-something minutes, but it doesn't feel like that. It's a whole mystery. It's who is Blue? Who is Simon? Who has Simon been talking to this entire time? Who has he fallen in love with? That gorgeous scene where he and Leia have that conversation after he's walking the dog in the street. And she's saying, she killed straight Simon in her head with a machete. And, she says, all right, tell me about this guy you love. And Simon goes, well, his name is Blue, or I call him Blue. And it's just such a gorgeous scene. The scene where Jennifer Garner's character of his mom has that sit down with him, and she says, you can breathe now, Simon. Like, she's crying, he's crying, I'm crying, your mom's crying, everyone's crying, right? It's a gorgeous scene. The moment where Simon and his dad reconcile, in the driveway, talking about, 4 years, I didn't see the signs, and 4 years of all these jokes. And Simon's like, no, you didn't mean it. And he's like, no, but I should have seen it. And that beautiful, heartfelt moment between the two, I got chills just thinking about it. I'm obsessed with that film. That film is incredible. The actors did an incredible job. And the scenes that I mentioned in that film are not in the book. They're not in the book. Leah is annoying in the book. I got to be completely honest. It's still a great book. It's great source material. I have to put this in my mind that this book, which started the entire everything of Simon and Love, Victor, this book is in a different universe. I have to keep that in my mind. This is book Simon versus movie Simon. Different universe. Leah is annoying in this book, and I hate to say it because Catherine Langefeld does an incredible job with that character in the 2018 film. Incredible job. Alexandra Shipp does an incredible job with the character of Abby Sousa, and Jorge, I forget his last name, does an incredible job with Nick. Abby is quite the best friend role in this entire book, which is similar to the film, but like more so. Like, there's a lot of conversations or scenes where like Abby and Simon have in the book where Leah and Simon have in the movie. So there's differences, but like the book was very clunky. It's still a great book, but it's very clunky. We go from one thing to the other, but it's awkward getting there, right? Leah just complains about so many things throughout the entire book, or like just stops talking to Simon for months. And it's weird because it stops the flow of stuff. Like, the book literally starts with Martin getting Simon, alone and saying, hey, I logged into your emails. You'll be happy to know my brother's gay. And like, that's not where the movie starts. The movie starts out with Simon doing a montage of, I'm just like you and all these things, right? The Creek Secrets post is a Tumblr blog. In the book, it's an actual site. In the show, in the movie, which is fine. It's differences, but like, how do I explain this? When Simon is outed, right? by Martin, right? Martin doesn't like that. He still hasn't got a date with Abby. He outs Simon on Christmas, right? Very similar to the movie. So awkward with Leah and Nick and Abby, you know, in the midst of all this post Christmas. But like in the book, but in the movie, like Martin specifically uploads the screenshots of the emails, and like it's known about Blue, and then Blue has an immediate reaction via the emails saying, "I know who you are, Simon. Jacques Adit," French for Simon says, "Clever, but I can't do this anymore. I can't." And then he's blocked, and that's it. They cut off communication. In the book, it is not that quick, and there's no fast resolution to it. So yes, Martin posts that Simon is gay, and then he's like Blue references, but there's nothing about the screenshots. Same thing, Nora finds out, talks to Simon, but Abby, Nick, and Leah all come to the house and say, "Hey, do you want to talk?" But don't tell him anything, and then put like awkward hands on shoulders and like, "No. When you're ready to talk, we'll talk." And then they leave. And then days go by, and then they go back to school after New Year's, after hanging out in Nick's basement or something, like full conversate, full things, and like Blue doesn't find out about this at all, and like they're still emailing, and it's just clunky. It's weird. It's weird because it's choppy. It's clunky. That's the only word I can think to explain this book, and it's unfortunate because I wanted to love this book, and my fears of not loving this book have been, I'm going to pat myself on the back because I knew I wouldn't love it as much as the film. And I hate to say it because I really wanted to love this as much as the film. That film is just so perfect. The way that the story was, I got to say, condensed, because this book it's quick in regards to, it's only 300 pages, 303 pages, but like certain scenes are clunky. For instance, like Simon has an older sister, Alice, and Alice doesn't exist in the film, and she doesn't really have to exist. And I think that was the point. Much like how in Alice Osman's Heartstopper, younger brother does not exist. Younger brother Ollie doesn't exist in the show. He only exists in the books. So like older sister Alice exists in the book but doesn't exist in the show. Nora is still a focal younger sister character. Important, great. Elliot Smith references throughout, Adventure Time references, Harry Potter references. Like there's a lot of stuff taken from the book shown in the film, and I'm like, haha, I know that nod. Things like that. Smart. But like there's no Ferris wheel scene. It's a tilt-a-whirl scene, but like that's why the movie is just so perfect, man. Like when they kiss on the Ferris wheel, the crowd screamed. I'm telling you, screamed. Girls literally got up on their feet and screamed when Bram revealed himself, and then when they kissed on top of the Ferris wheel, and then we have a little flash forward, and the five of them go get coffee before school. Screaming. 7 times I watched this in the theaters, and screaming. They were screaming. I will never forget those sounds, because, and I'm crying every single time I see it, because it was a whole big Representation Matters bit. It was a very big, who is Bram? The other thing what I really love about the film are the Mr. Worth character, the character of Lyle, the character of Ethan. They do not exist in the book. And it's unfortunate because those are very well-rounded characters within the film. Mr. Worth tries to increase, not solidarity, but inclusiveness or acceptance and comfortability, stuff like that. Ethan being bullied alongside Simon being bullied, that being handled with Mr. Worth's office, an incredible, scene. Miss Albright's character in the film is 1,000 times better than the character in the book. I gotta be completely honest. That actress does justice in tenfold. She takes that character and makes it the icon, and then she becomes vice principal in the first episode of Love Victor, which she should have been in the entire season, and I already complained about that when we talked about Love Victor, but c'est la vie. But that actress, I don't know her name, is an incredible actress, and for her to take that Miss Albright character of this, yes, supportive, no tolerance, things, right, character in the book, but taking that to tenfold, like standing up to the bullies in that cafeteria scene and literally saying to them, "You're going to die virgins." Oh my God, bro, I scream every time I watch that. I just love it. But the Miss Albright character in the book is not as fierce. That's the best word to say it. Fierce as the character in the show. There's a lot of differences. Like the whole thing with the Ferris wheel is a big focal point of the film. It's a big focal point for the beginning and ending of Love Victor as well. I have a blue Ferris wheel on my arm specifically because of Love, Simon. So I'm happy that I read the book finally. I'm happy that there are scenes that I loved in this book, the scenes that we don't have in the movie. When there's a post party from a talent show, and like Alice and her new boyfriend Theo are down from Connecticut in Georgia to see Nora's emoji band play at the talent show with Leah involved, which was interesting because it was a lot of secrets being hidden. But the parents wanted to take them all out to eat, and then Alice gives Simon and Bram some alone time at the house, where they can do some stuff, and stuff was done. It was pretty neat seeing that in the sense of the reading of seeing it in your mind, reading it on the book. But them going on a lunch date to a grocery store to have cups of Oreo with milk, it was so cute. That being their first kiss, okay, it was cute. But again, this is book verse Simon, not movie verse Simon. Difference. But like, I'm thinking it now from a crowd perspective. I know the crowd screamed when Bram revealed himself at the Ferris wheel, when they kissed on top of the Ferris wheel at the movie. Screamed. And I'm thinking the first kiss in the book is them sitting in his car parked in a parking lot with the pouring rain, eating mushy cups of Oreos. Adorable, but not scream-worthy. Not scream-worthy. So, I think it's a little different, though, too, because Becky didn't technically do the true adaptation of her work for the actual show, for the actual movie. Whereas Alice Oseman, on the other hand, did that. And now I'm a little concerned, to be completely honest, about Red, White, and Royal Blue. Casey McQuiston's book, Red, White, and Royal Blue, because they just finished wrapping Taylor Zahar Perez and Nick, I forget his last name, but the two of them playing the character of Alex and Henry, respectively. I'm so excited because they're both so talented and they're both so perfect for the roles. And the behind the scenes, reels or TikToks that they've all been doing, it's just pure to the characters. But like, I don't know if Casey had any screenplay doing. Like, of course it's input because it's based off her work, but I don't know if she actually wrote the screenplay. That I gotta look up. And I know that's just a movie. But that's such a perfect book too. And I know that there's certain scenes that are not going to be in there, and they're fluff scenes, and that's fine. But like, I'm a little nervous now just because this book is not the movie, and the movie is awesome. But in hindsight, if I'm thinking in hindsight, even though yes, I do love Red, White, and Royal Blue, I might be obsessively enamored with the movie. That the movie might be everything I now focus on. The hell with that book. I don't think it's ever going to come to that. But I just find it interesting that I can find the faults in the book, but have the certain scenes stick out a lot too. Like, I love the email conversations that Bram and Simon have. A lot of this book is just them emailing back and forth and like describing things, different stories, different things. I also loved that Martin tried to redeem himself. Yes, we have the parking lot scene. Simon tells him to go off himself. Stay the F away from me. That's page to screen, and it's beautiful, and I love it, and that's even in the trailer of the film. It's gorgeous. But then Martin like feels terrible, and his brother is gay, and his brother rips him a new one, and Martin just starts to feel absolutely terrible, and he realizes what he does, and he realizes what he took away from Simon, and he sends him like an essay of an email of forgiveness, not redemption, but not true forgiveness, but like, I realize what I did was wrong, and I want to acknowledge that I did something wrong, that I hurt you, and I can't take it back, and I'm sorry. And Simon doesn't respond to it. But like, I liked the story arc that Martin was trying to better himself after realizing his wrong, accepting that he did something terrible and wanted to better that person somehow. I thought that was smart. Also, Martin was the one who took down the post on Creek Secret that the mods didn't have to, moderators, good old internet lingo, socials lingo. The mods didn't do it. Martin actually did it. So I liked that backstory. I liked that conversation that Martin got to have with his brother in regards to ripping him a new one. How dare he do that because his brother's gay. I liked that. We didn't see that in the film, but I really liked that in the book. But I love that Shiraj is a character in the book, in the movie, and he doesn't exist in the book. So there's, I don't know, man. It's push and pull. It's take and give. I love Heartstopper the show, and I love Heartstopper the books, right? Obsessed. We talked about all 10 books. We talked about all the everything we could about the season. Can't wait for season 2 to start filming next month. But it was difficult reading Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda, being such a massive fan of the film. Because I saw all the things in my head, and I heard the characters' voices, and I saw the scenes and all these different things. Also, Garrett has such a larger part in the movie than he does in the book. And I love Garrett. Garrett pointing to a random freshman and saying, "You're invited. You're coming to the party for the Halloween party." Hysterical. I don't know, man. Like, I do love this book. I do. I love certain scenes of it. But I can't say I'm obsessed with the book because I'm obsessed with the movie. Obsessed. I have a tattoo literally because of that film. Because of this film. It's a groundbreaking, life-changing event. And I can't even say because it was the first of its kind within Representation Matters in mainstream. It's just such a well-crafted film. And that's why it pissed me off when certain parts, most of parts of Love, Victor was just frustrating and aggravating. And it just became a soap opera. And it wasn't that magic that Love, Simon was. And it's the same writers. That's why I was confused when Love, Victor was not as magical as Love, Simon was. Because that was magic. So, thus our conclusion to conversing about Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda. I don't know why I'm trying to speak proper right now. My nose is not working. You hear that? I got one working nostril, barely. I don't know what happened. Still a great book. And I love the texture. You hear that? You hear the texture on it? I don't know, man. It's just something about page in my hand where there's no, like, light shining back at me, where I see light 8 hours a day with work. I don't have to see the light, so it's, like, different. It doesn't hurt my face as much as it could have. But, yeah, Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda. So we have many Becky books. We're on a Becky binge right now, and I love Becky. She's an incredible psychologist, incredible mother, incredible writer. Hands down, incredible social media expert. We're going to be reading The Upside and of Unrequited. I'm just going to take the books. We're going to read this one next. And then we're going to read Leia on the Offbeat, which I'm nervous because I don't like Book Leia. And I know that this is about Book Leia. So I hope Book Leia gets some character development because I'm nervous because I don't like that Book Leia. Then we've got Love Creekwood. I'm very excited about that. That's just a bunch of the characters emailing and stuff. Love Simon, the movie version. It's the same book, but there's like scripts and stuff in the back. And there's like Q&As with Becky and Nick and what's his face? Greg Berlanti. So that's the Simon books, kind of. But, seeing as we're doing a show and tell, then we're doing Yes, No, Maybe So. And then we're doing, oh my God, What If It's Us? And then we're doing Here's to Us. And then we're doing Kate and Waiting. So that's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got 8 left. Then I got to read something else. And then I don't know what's after that. Might be 2023 by that time. I don't even know. What are we up to now? We're on roughly the last week of August. We'll see. But we've read a lot of books so far. This is the most books we've ever read, ever. And I say we as the royal we. I have my It Chapter 2 IMAX ticket. This is what I use as my bookmark, and I have my little Post-its. So we've read 5, 10, 15, 25, 26, 27. This was the 27th book we read so far in 2022. I've never done that in my life. And a lot of you just went, huh, that's nothing. And a lot of you just went, wow, how? So it's interesting being in that middle because I myself am like, wow, how? And then the other part of me are like, wow, that's nothing. As in, I wish I had more time to read more, but I don't. But I'm trying. And that's all we can do is try. Try our best. Better ourselves. Learn. Read. Pick up a book. Fall into another universe you've never been a part of. Learn something. Perspective. Get different perspective. Not everything is black and white. Everything is gray. The faster we learn that, the better we heal. On to the next review. Mucho mahalo.